Hi, welcome back to Spirit's Path. This is Dee, and today's tarot card of the day out of the Wildwood Tarot deck is the Great Bear. And this is another life lessons card that's down there. Balance just dropped off, so you still got, this will be the fifth one plus the Knight of Stones and a Page of Bows that are still out there for last week. Now, the Great Bear is protecting the passage grave, okay? And those that are laid to rest in the grave are waiting to be reborn, and it's being guarded by the shamanic polar bear. For him to guard this, there is no judgment. For this is a new rebirth for those that enter into that grave cave. All right, and above that is the Big Dipper. And that is the doorway to the other world. And we see a lot of this other world cards. You have the King of Vessels, the Heron. You also have the King of Stones, the Wolf, that are guardians. And this is another guardian into that doorway, into that other world. Now, in the normal tarot deck, this is called Judgment, and it represents the calling of the righteous souls. And with this Great Bear as being one of the guardians of the Wildwood, it holds the power and death for those who break the rules of the forest. The one thing around this is change is inevitable. We see change happen all the time, and it's how you survive that change going through life, right? To use that as an assessment, looking at the judgment of self or others. All right, judgment is also the process of forgiving. And it's difficult to not judge things. It's even more difficult to forgive others and not be non-judgmental. All right, the key to having that judgment is being honest with yourself, honest with others. Asking for that forgiveness, and letting bygones be bygones, and just not let that judgment cloud your feelings, cloud your emotions. All right, just letting things go. The other key here is you've got the Aureole Borealis right behind it. All right, moving into the ethereal, and it's the universe knows all. The universe knows when you're faking it, and the universe knows when, you're being true to your feelings. And, with the life lessons card coming up here, especially with balance, we've been talking about balance a lot. We need to become balanced in our own, we talked about it, here a week ago with our emotions. But we can't let others push our buttons. We can't let others get under our skin. Okay, we have to have that non-judgmental phase in our life to, I'm just not going to let it happen. All right, you have to forgive yourself as well, right? And just, and be forgiving of others. Because when you open up to that forgiveness, when you open up to that truth and that honesty of, what's going on, no judgment can be cast upon you, because you're doing the right things, right? Now, the Page of Bows, the Stoat, is asking you, who's offering you an opportunity. Maybe the universe is offering you that opportunity of not being so judgmental, right? The opportunity of, forgiving, right? And, when I got the cards, down on the table, the Stoat's actually looking at the Great Bear. It's actually going this way. The Stoat's looking at that Great Bear. It's pointed in that direction. Okay. Maybe your guides and your spirits are asking you to be honest with yourself. Can you do the job? Are you able to, stay up to the task? If something went wrong, admit it. Ask for that forgiveness. All right, and just try to do better in the next time. The balance card is out there. You know, being balanced with that inner strength, being balanced with that emotional fortitude, that security, being balanced with, you know, listening to your own beat, you know, looking within with your fears and doubts, being balanced with, you know, the Sun of Life. You know, the Knight of Stones is still there, showing you your path. You know, your path, you know, he's looking backwards this way to all the other cards. You know, and the Page of Bows is looking forward into the future. So, you know, the Knight of Stones is looking into the past. You know, and where do you need to push through? Where do you need to push through to, you know, to look at that forgiveness, to look at that honesty? You know, to be non-judgmental. You know, if you're filling yourself up with the Sun of Life, with that radiance, that energy, that love, there should be no judgment. Because, you know, you're giving all that energy out. It's going to be hard to bring it back in, all right? There's more energy out there than you know, what can fill you up. You know, you're going to get to a level where it's just, you know, it's almost like, you know, the bar on your phone, right? You're at 100%, all right? And if people are taking that energy unknowingly to you, all right, you know you can fill yourself back up with that Sun of Life. You can get that bar back up. Looking inward into your fears and doubts. You know, don't second guess yourself. Don't put yourself into, you know, I wish I would have done this, I wish I would have done that. You know, admit your fault, ask for forgiveness, be truthful with yourself, you know, make amends, and make sure it doesn't happen again. By taking on that aspect of the Great Bear. And then, you know, you've got the ancestor out there listening to your own, you know, universal beat. You've made that commitment to walk through the trees. You know, honor that commitment. You know, don't beat yourself up with this Judgment card. Or the Great Bear. You know, he's there guarding that grave, right? For the rebirth. And he's watching over you. You know, we may be in that cave. We may be sitting there going, you know what? I don't feel like, you know, I'm the person responsible for this. But yet you are. All right? He wants you to look within. He wants you to go into that grave. All right? And be reborn. Become one with spirit. Become balanced with spirit in the universe. Get into that. You know, if you got to go outside and do a little yoga or do some meditation in nature, you know, to become more balanced, do so. If you need to speak your truth, speak your truth. The biggest thing is be honest with yourself. Be honest with those that, you know, are there to, you know, help out with situations. But don't beat yourself up over it. Don't beat yourself up over you know, what's going on. Because as soon as you're judgmental about yourself and putting those doubts and fears within you, then, you know, you're kind of going into that Four of Vessels, that boredom. You know, you're putting yourself into a vacuum, all that negative energy, and you don't need you got positive energy coming at you with that Sun of Life. So acknowledge those fears, acknowledge those doubts, see that they're out there. Like I said, make amends. You know, ask for forgiveness from others if you have to, and just move forward. You know, nobody said this journey is easy. Nobody said this journey is hard. It's what you do with this, what you make with the opportunity. You know, that's what that Page of Bows is asking you. How would, you know, what would be different if you engaged with it? And then the Knight of Stones is saying, you know, what's holding you back? What's holding you back from speaking your truth? What's holding you back from forgiving somebody? What's holding you back from not, you know, from letting that judgment go? So that's today's card of the day, the Great Bear. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others. This is D for Spirit's Path, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care, God bless, stay safe, everybody.